So Nick, order to cash global process owner from AstraZeneca. Great to have you at our event.
Great to be at the event. I always like coming to the Shared Service Link events.
That's great. And you were our first guest speaker up this morning. So one of the things that you were talking about was being Lord of the Process. So can you just kind of tell us a little bit more about that and how you think that transformation kind of might happen at AstraZeneca?
It's interesting because I have a belief in single point accountability under a single leader. I think the whole Lord of the Process concept for me is the right way to go forward. You know, I struggle at the moment with service delivery belonging to one person, process owner design governance belonging to me, and transformation delivery belonging to someone else. And I find operating against those, with those boundaries, creates friction, and it's less effective and less efficient. So I see no reason not to bring them all together in the future. In AstraZeneca, leadership has still not bought into it. So they would still see service delivery and global process owners as different. And funnily enough, my two fellow global process owners also see their roles as separate to delivery. So perhaps it's the maturity of the process that we have in order to cash that makes me feel it's right for it.
Right. And what about operations? So the actual kind of within the world of, say, purchase to pay, it's the actual accounts payable part. Would that would sit under service delivery in this model that you're thinking?
So in AstraZeneca, at the moment, we've moved to a global service tower framework. So we now have a global delivery director for order to cash, one for P2P, one for R2R. So in the future, it's more of a merger of the two roles. So the delivery director and the global process owner, for me, there are no obstacles to that being single point accountability.
And right now, those two, you don't report into that individual, they don't report into
and
you.
We have different bosses. So it's an uneven structure. I love dearly my colleague.
Yeah.
You know, one's moving on and one's replacing them. They're great. They're really good at what they do. But I do see that in the longer term, merging those two roles has got some real benefits.
What about IT? IT's come up quite a bit.
IT, yeah. So we've gotten quite progressive. So they finally hired the IT business partner for order to cash. So the way we're structured is there is an IT business partner for P2P. Theoretically, I think there's one for R2R, and we've just hired the order to cash one. So it's really starting to coalesce around both IT, the service delivery function, process owners, into towers. And that speaks to me that you can bring all those people into one tower and perhaps eventually merge them under a single leader, but it's the structure's getting there.
Right. So this order to cash IT individual, they've got a kind of a line into you as such, or a communication channel?
No, they're a partner with me, so they've just joined. Yeah. I've not even met them yet. Right. So there's been a guy who's been managing P2P and order to cash. Right. So he basically, I wouldn't say he has a dotted line, but he's a strong partner and is there to help me with anything I need on the IT side, business cases, etc.
Will that individual make sure that you're represented when it comes to kind of allocating IT time and resource?
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, the funding for projects that I need in the order to cash space is more of a pull from IT. So his job will be to ensure that when there's an IT resourcing discussion, the voice of O2C is there to sit there and say, look, we want to implement this software, we want to move here, here's why it's a priority, just to keep us top of mind.
Great, exciting. Many thanks for being part of this event.
Oh no, it's my pleasure, always. Thanks, Susie.